Okay, time for some real-time story time. Last month at the craft market, people kept asking me if I had mugs. But now, 4 weeks post-recovery, I'm sitting at the wheel, and I'm here trying to make a mug. Let me also admit something very controversial. So controversial, you might not even believe it. I don't drink coffee. I know. A human who doesn't live and breathe by a strong cup of coffee? Blasphemy! But I'm very particular about my caffeine intake, and obviously I don't need any more energy than I have. Then I become a problem for everyone involved, including myself. Anxiety and I are already in a complicated relationship, and coffee does not help us communicate. So I usually stick to herbal teas, hence all the teacups I made for the craft show. But people love mugs, and I get it. There's something about a mug that's more than just a cup. It's a ritual, a comfort, a small functioning piece of art that gets to be held every day. It's kind of a big deal. They can be the make or break to some people's day. If I'm making the cup, I'm gonna make it mean something, and I'm gonna make sure it gets picked. People choose their favorite mug, and it's not just about how it looks, it's about how it feels in your hands, on your lips, in your life. It's chosen over and over again. I don't want to just make any old mug for the sake of it. I want to make that specific mug that you want to pick every day. I used to think throwing was a kind of battle. Me versus the clay. Who's in control? Who's shaping who? But the more time I spend at the wheel, the more I realize it's not a fight. It's a dance. A quiet agreement. I bring myself fully. Clay responds. We figure it out together. That's what I want my mug to carry. Not just function, but feeling. Not just a handle and a foot, but a little bit of me. This piece here, she might be a mug. She might be a vase. Might be something in between. That's part of the magic. You show up with an idea, but clay always has a say in the final product. And that's honestly a lot like relationships. You show up, you bring your whole self, you hope they meet you halfway, you adapt, you adjust, you try again. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Weighing clay? Yeah, that's also important, because I thought this was a mug. This isn't a mug. This is a beast. That's kind of the deal with clay. You start with a vision, and then reality gently, or not so gently, nudges you in a different direction. And that's honestly the reason I love it. Clay doesn't let you rush. It doesn't care what you intended. It only cares what you do in the moment. It forces you to be present, to pay attention, to adjust. It's like a conversation, me and this spinning blob of earth, trying to meet in the middle. Sometimes we get along, sometimes we absolutely do not. But either way, I'm learning something about clay, about myself, about how perfection is kind of a lie, and maybe the better goal is presence, showing up, trying, letting the process be the point. That's something I've been working on lately. Just doing the thing. Not because I'm on a deadline, not because I'm trying to impress anyone, not even because I know what I'm doing, but because it feels good to try and to just be. Even when the results aren't perfect, even when I'm not totally sure what I'm making, even when my mug becomes whatever this is. And I think people resonate with that. Handmade things being a little off, because we're all a little off. We're a bit lopsided, a bit chaotic, sometimes chipped, but still functional. I think that's what makes pottery feel warm. You can feel the person behind it, the humanness, the imperfections baked into every piece. That's what I want my mugs to carry. Not just coffee or tea, but intention, a little bit of soul. A reminder that someone sat down, got their hands messy, and tried. And not only that, they spent hours on it. Because really, what's more human than that? Trying, failing, adjusting, trying again. That's what I'm doing right now. Trying. Trying to trust that creativity doesn't need a calendar invite. Trying to make peace with the slow days and the quiet days. Trying to believe that showing up and throwing one mug, just one, is enough. And maybe this one's a little thick, or a little uneven, or shaped like something that belongs in a Dr. Seuss book. But it's here, and I made it. And that's enough for me. So maybe this will end up on a shelf. Or maybe it'll end up in my own kitchen cabinet. Or maybe it'll survive the kiln gods and it'll end up in someone's hand, becoming their go-to mug, their morning ritual, their little piece of calm. Or maybe not. Either way, I'm proud of it because I finally stopped overthinking, sat down, and made something. And if that's not worth celebrating, I don't know what is. Thanks for watching me figure it out in real time.